Hi, and welcome to Thursday Micro Tips. Today we're going to have a look in Outlook, and I'd like to show you a system I've set up to do follow-up requests. I find it just makes it a little bit easier for when I'm sending off emails and I need to follow them up because I may not get that detail back. So let's show you how we can do that. So on my screen, let's pop into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that I've got a category called waiting. So you will find that I can set this up through the Home tab, the tags group, and into category. So we'll set that up. And then what we're going to do is tag the email. So once I go in and either create an email, or for example, if somebody has sent me an email and, again, I want to follow it up, I'm going to tag that. Then we're going to jump into the to-do area or the task area. And then from there, we'll have a look at flagged emails. And because we've set up a category, assigning to wait, then what we can do is always look at that category. So let's pop into our Outlook and let's see how this works. So working from our email system on the left-hand side, from Home, coming over to Tags, and going into your categories. Now, I actually have one in there already called Waiting. So I'm simply going to right mouse button on that and I can add it up to the very top. Or by going into all categories, I can see all the different tags that I've got set up. So it's looking okay. Now, if you haven't used tags before, you can either, for example, click on one, such as orange, and you can either rename it, or alternatively, you can click on new and create it. Sadly, you've only got a small number of colors, but they can work. I'm going to use waiting that I've already got here, but I'm going to rename it. So by clicking on it, I'm going to press my home key and put a full stop at the beginning and then go OK. So what I'm hoping that's going to do is actually bring that to the very start of my list. So you can see here I've got a couple of emails that I've already flagged. So let's say, for example, I want to flag this email. I can right mouse button on this. I can go into follow up. And then from there, I'm going to pick no date, but I've just flagged that. Alternatively, I'm going to go into send. And I've got a couple of emails I've pushed out to some friends to come and join me for a talk. So again, I'm going to right mouse button on these. I'm going to go into category. And again, I'm going to come down to waiting. So I've tagged it as waiting, and also right mouse button, again, going into category and coming on down. So I've tagged both of those. So now what we're going to do is from our navigation panel, I'm coming over to what was previously called tasks, but today is called to do. Clicking on this, it will take me over into my to do area. And you'll find here on the left-hand side is your navigation. So we've talked about the to-do area before. So pop back and have a look at one of those. But if I go into flagged emails, what you will see is I've already flagged one and I've set it up for waiting. So let's show you how I can flag an email. So to do that, all I need to do is click on that particular task I've got. Coming on down on that right-hand side, I'm going to click on the category. And because I put a full stop in there, it's at the beginning of my list. So it's just that nice little trick that why these are all in alphabetic order, waiting was at the very bottom. So what I did was by putting a dot in it, I brought it to the top. So I'm going to make that waiting, and I'm just going to close this navigation. So now I've got two in here for waiting. So those other two I usually find it's about 2 to 3 minutes for those emails to pop in. You'll still see those other emails will come over. So in here, and so now when I come in and I go, look, I want to look at my flagged emails, here are two that I haven't put with the category, but on the top right-hand corner, you've got group. And one of the techniques you can group by is the category. So by clicking on this, you can see straight away that you can expand and contract that category. I can see what those messages are. So I can simply click on that message. On that right-hand side, it shows me the start of that email. Again, I can always say open it in Outlook. So it's actually opened up that message onto another window for me. So it shows me that nice and easily. And again, I can hide that from there. So that's my little system I've set up to help me follow up emails. Once upon a time, I used to always save them over into a folder called waiting. Again, you can do that. The advantage of putting them into here is that I can actually go in and put a due date for when I'm looking for it. And the other thing I can do is a reminder, but more importantly, I can add it to my day. So what this day is all about the tasks. So while I've got a lot of tasks lined up, I can specifically assign tasks to my day. So it gives me that nice fresh list at the beginning of the day so that I can go in and add those tasks. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, all you need to do is flag that email now. Now that we've set it up, you no longer have to do the categories. Just flag it using your follow-up and by putting in no date, or you can actually specify that date straight away. And then what we did is that in the to-do area, we looked in the flagged emails, we assigned it to waiting, and then I can use the group by categories at any time to see what I'm waiting for. So I hope you enjoyed that tip. I hope it's a nice productive tip for you. Remember, all of our tips are available from our website, smartlearning.com.au. And going into the tips area, you will see all of our past tips. So it's nice and easy to reach out to those. And our Tuesday content is available to our members only, and they need to log in and then they can get that content from members. Thank you for joining me and have a great day. Bye.